So right now, I want to talk about the secrets to making money. Right now, I'm abroad, staying in a nice villa. And for a while, I've been planning to make this video because I remember when I was a bit younger, maybe like 18 to 21, even maybe earlier or sooner, I used to watch all these videos. In fact, we're watching a video right now on how to make money because it never stops. But I used to watch all these videos and be like, man, how do you make money? I used to sit down and wake up, meditate, and then I used to read my Think and Grow Rich. And I used to do my manifestations in the sauna. I was like, yo, why is the money not coming to my bank account? Well, now, there's a few things I have different from the perspective now that I'm making, let's say, some of the goals. I've hit some of the goals that I used to have in terms of making money. Now, some people, you know, their goals are high, let's say 10K per month, and some people, they want to hit 2 to 5K or replace their income using another vehicle. Now, for me, I've done all of those things. I've hit 2 to 5K using another vehicle, aka property and property deal sourcing, and I've hit 10K per month across my active and passive income using property. So if you don't know me, my name's Abdul, Director of Ace Investment Properties. I'm an accredited housing supplier. That means that I've got government contracts to supply accommodation, and I essentially help people get started and make their first money in property, and over a longer term help them replace their income using property. So if that sounds of interest, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the ways that I got started. So property deal sourcing, very attractive in terms of a skill, because it gives you, it's kind of like, you know, your golden goose. It gives you the skill that allows you to do everything, aka change your life. The only reason I'm here in this nice villa in the southeast of Asia, Thailand, is because of my skill and ability to source properties. What does that mean? Now, what is property deal sourcing? Let me break it down for you. Property deal sourcing is basically finding an investment property opportunity. It could be a property for sale, it could be a property for rent, and you package this property and sell it to an investor. Now that I've done a little walk around, I'm just gonna sit here and yeah. So when it comes to property deal sourcing, it's essentially finding a property opportunity and then selling it to an investor. It's very, very simple. It's sort of like Monopoly. It's very much like Monopoly. I find a property, I land on the place in Monopoly. I don't have the funds to buy it, I don't want to buy it, and I provide it to an investor to sell it. And we do that for the fees of £1,000 to £3,000. Now, why would you want to do this? This makes sense for two types of people. If you've got a lot of time, or you're just looking for a way to apply yourself to kind of make some money, property deal sourcing makes sense because you can start leveraging your time, going out, finding landlords and agents, finding those opportunities and selling them for £1,000 to £3,000. And if you're a beginner and you get some level of competence, you can start on about one deal a month. And one deal a month, you know, 1K to 3K in a new strategy without putting that much time is very good. Because if you're spending 9 to 5, 8 hours a week to make £2,000, and then you spend, you know, 2 to 4 hours and a couple WhatsApp calls to make £1,000 to £3,000, you know, that's a much better place to be. Now, the second type of person it works for is somebody who wants to replace their income. So if you're making anywhere between £2,000 to £5,000 per month on your job and it works well, that's great. You know, that's a good income. Now, a lot of people don't want to be so reliant on their job, or maybe they like the income, but they don't like the vehicle, the mechanism, their job in which they're earning it. Property deal sourcing can help you in the fact that two ways. If basically you're cash rich, you can now use your skills of property deal sourcing, find deals, invest in them, and get cash flow, or leverage a community that provides you with good deals that you know are verified and invest in those deals and get cash flow. That's very similar to what me and my student did. He came on with me on our longer term mentorship. He found a property. I used my, I mentioned earlier, my government contracts to supply accommodation, gave him a very good deal, as good as a deal I'd give myself, and now he's making passive income every single month from that, and that's contributing to his goal of being able to quit his job. So those are the two types of people this works for. Now, what are the pros and cons to deal sourcing? The pros is the money, obviously one-time fees. When I first heard about deal sourcing when I was 16 to 18, £3,000 for a fee is like, you know, I was starstruck, and that's literally why I'm here today, because I was like, £3,000 for a property, I can find a property, I can find a property every single day. It's a bit harder than that, but the money is good. The cons is the time investment. It does take a lot of time. You need to have thick skin. You need to be able to go through those. But it is, again, a skill-based game. It's a skill-based game. And I tell this to my students all the time. They'll be coming off a call and they'll say, sorry, the landlord said they need to think about it. I should send them an email. And I say that's nonsense. That's nonsense. I had a call with a landlord yesterday. He said the same thing to me. He said, oh, I need to think about, I'm not sure, please can you send me an email? I said to her, do you know what I can do? What you're concerned about is exactly what I spoke about when I was on the news for the second time. We're speaking about the Renters Reform Bill. So what I'll do is I'll save your details. After this conversation, I'll send you that news segment. You can go and check it out. But as in terms of right now, one of my colleagues is in the area viewing properties, and he can come and see that property today if that works with you. We booked that viewing today. We went to go see that property today. So if you let objections stop you, then you won't get results. So it's a skill-based game and you need those time. So the con is the time. You need to be able to go through those rejections to get better. Now, how does this concern or benefit you, or why am I the one telling you about this? I have put together a community and a free course that essentially breaks down all of this strategy. And why am I giving away a free course? I'm giving away a free course because I generate so many landlords every single month who contact me, who want to rent their property, that I need people to help me. Right now I'm in Thailand, I'm in the southeast of Asia, I'm hundreds or thousands of miles away from London, but I've got my community on ground reviewing properties for me, and I pay them for each property they either view for me or pay them for the deals that they find, or I pass them on to my investors and they can get one-time fees of 1k, 1.5, or they can get cash flow of 100, 200 per month off every deal, and if they invest in deals they can get up to 500 to £1,000 per month. So essentially, I will teach you everything about how the strategy works for free. All you need to do is turn up to one of our online events or our in-person events, and I'll give you that course that's worth £1,000 for free. And then once you've gone through the free course, or you decide you want to take the next level, we've got an event very similar where I'll invite you to a venue as beautiful as this in London. Come in person 2 days, spend 2 days answering all your questions, training you, building up that skills. Like I told you, it's a skill-based game, building up those skills. Then after that, I'll give you 30 to 60 days mentorship support, group, community, and one-to-one to essentially take you from knowing nothing about property. You've got the free course, you spend 2 days in person answering all your questions, spend 30 days practicing, then 30 days executing, getting to your first money. I say property, business, everything is a lot like driving. You know, you might see me in this nice villa, you might see me in a Bentley or a Lamborghini or whatever and say, look, I want to drive that car. How do I drive? And I say, do you know what you need to do? You need to do your theory test. True, you do need to do your theory test before you can drive. But that's not the full story. The theory test is the knowledge, that's the information. That's why I'm giving you a free course. What you need to do is come to an event physically or online, and I'll give you access to that free course. That's the theory, and I've made it very cheap, very low barrier to entry, because knowledge is power and I want to give you power. But the application, in order to actually drive, doing your theory test, passing ace in your theory test, doesn't even mean you can drive. It doesn't even mean you know how to move the car one step. You need to do lessons. And you don't do lessons by yourself. You need to do lessons in the field, and you need an instructor sitting side by side with you. And that's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to be your mentor, sit in the car next to you and tell you, look, right now you're oversteering. Right now you're braking too harsh. Look, right now is the time to accelerate. Go for it. That's what you need. You need someone practicing there side by side. And that's what the bootcamp is, that in-person 2 days, to go through all those questions, queries. And then I could have just given people a course and a 2-day event and be like, yeah, go about your way. But I realized what people need is that hand-holding, that one-to-one accountability, and the community. So attached with all of that, you've got 30 to 60 days of mentorship, one-to-one and group community support. And we do daily calls 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. around that time in the morning, and 6 to 8 p.m. in the evening. Not those time zones, but anywhere between those times. So 2 calls daily to hold your accountability to get your goals. So if you really want to make a change, you really want to make your first £1,000 or replace or supplement your income of up to £2,000 to £5,000 per month using property, the best strategy is property deal sourcing. And the best way to do that is to join the community, attend one of our online or in-person events. You get access to the free course, and you can take it from there. So all you need to do is join the community. That's on school.com/ace. That's SKOOL.com/ace. Sierra Kilo Oscar Lima.com/Alpha Charlie Echo. School.com/ace. Join the community and just send me a DM saying bootcamp if you're interested in the bootcamp straight off, or send me a DM saying bonus free course, and I'll give you access to one of our online in-person events to get that free course. My name is Abdul from Ace Investment Properties. I look forward to seeing you on the other side.